Hey there and welcome to another Halo action figure review video. Today we are taking a look at the Banished Ghost vehicle set. And well, there it is in front of you. I'm not going to show you the sides or the back or the bottom. There's nothing to see. What's important is what's here. And this is a vehicle set. There's a few pieces to put together. Yeah, let's get this thing open. Let's take a look at it and see what it is. Alright, we're back, and I don't know about you, but this looks like a crash site. We got little pieces laying over here and pieces laying over here. We'll get to the vehicle in a few moments, get it put together and take a look at. First, we want to take a look at the figure and the accessory. The figure comes with an energy sword, and it's really neat looking. It's a bit of a translucent plastic there, and of course it's really rubbery, really kind of floppy there. But I guess it does its job as well as it needs to. The figure here is the Elite Warlord figure. And that's what he looks like. I think it's a he. Might be a she. That's what this character looks like. There is articulation all over the place with this figure. One of the things I first noticed with this figure is the legs. Well, now they're not doing it. The legs, maybe I tightened them up. Oh, here it is. The legs are really loose. So getting this guy, this thing, this alien, the monster, whatever we want to call him today, to stand up can be difficult unless you get him posed just right. The head articulates right here. I'll use my X-Acto knife. The articulation is there. This part doesn't seem to articulate down here. I've tried moving it and I can't get it to move around, but the head works its way around quite well. The arms at the shoulder rotate all the way around. It does have a hinge, but mine's pretty tight. He only puts his arms down about that far. His torso is supposed to wiggle. There is a break. There is a connection right here, and the torso is supposed to wiggle around a little bit. Mine's kind of tight, and that's all right. The legs have some really good articulation. You got the thigh rotation there. We got two sets of like knee joints here in the legs to give them that double leg joint, and they bend back and forth quite nicely. The feet, I'm pretty sure, probably somewhere in here, has a hinge, but the way it's molded together, it can't hinge back and forth. You could, if you really wanted to, you could try your best to get this character to stand up like straight, or do a ballet pose, but I'm pretty confident that that's not how the character in the game is supposed to be. I'm pretty sure the reason they've got these kind of double leg joints is he kind of stands more like that. You know, kind of hunched over a little bit with the double bends in the knees. And like I said, mine's a little bit loose here, so I got to get him propped just right for him to stand. I was lucky earlier until I started fiddling with him. And then he became a problem. But if you get him back too far like that, he's going to fall backwards. There's a nice good balance of leaning the chest and the head over versus getting the legs just in the right spot. And I'm wasting time. Oh, kind of. He'll fall over any second. Let's put the energy sword in his hand. Okay, let's look at the hands. These are some interesting fingers. They like wrap completely around. He's got some long, middle fingers that you have to pull back. They make a really great, awesome grip. Might be a little bit obnoxious putting things like this in. I don't know. Well, no, that kind of worked pretty quick, pretty well. Yeah, something like that. So he holds the energy sword quite well. And just for a quick update on my Halo knowledge, I've stated several times in the past I've never played Halo, and I've never owned the game. Well, for those of you who think this is a cool deal, I actually picked up the Master Chief Collection on Steam really recently. I haven't started playing the game yet, but I'm going to be at some point, hopefully throughout the holiday season. So anyway, there's that. I hopefully will be, well, more better versed in the Halo world of knowledge, hopefully within the next few months. I do know, even though they call this the Elite Warlord on the package, I do know that, I hope I know, correct me if I'm wrong on this. This is my first attempt at throwing out Halo knowledge for y'all. But, and I may mispronounce this fact, I've got to look at the word. I believe that this is a Sangheili warrior, and that the energy sword is exclusively used by this species. Is that the way to say it? Group of characters, warriors. This is like their weapon. So, bear with me as I'm getting through and learning about this Halo knowledge. But I believe that this is a Sangheili warrior. And it's really cool. I like the colors. It's got the yellow. What's really neat is sometimes you get this reflection of like silver or white, and you'd think that's my light. And while my light is reflecting this isn't actually light reflection. This is a silver brushed paint. Or the yellow is kind of brushed off, probably. The way they've got some of this, it's really neat. It makes it look like this is a metallic armor that's, seen better days, I guess is the best way. Seen better days. Got some markings around. With my lights, there are things I'm looking at and seeing that I wouldn't see otherwise. And it just, the figure looks really neat. It does. It looks, I think, very neat in this scale. All right, let's take a look at this vehicle next. So we have this Banished Ghost vehicle here, and there are some parts to go attach to it and hook onto it, and we get this small bit of instructions. It shows how to attach these side pieces and then how to hook on these little display stands. I'm guessing it must be some sort of a flying hover vehicle, and this is how you can maybe put it down to display it. It's a toy, maybe, I don't know. So we'll put these things together real quick, and so yeah, let's do it. Now up here, I don't know if you can, how well you can see. Yeah, you can see pretty good. Right here, there's an L. We'll flip this around, and there is an R. So you want to match L and R up. I kept these actually separate on the correct sides. There should be L's and R's. Yeah. Let's see. You can see the L right there. And there should be an L or an R on here, and I'm not seeing it. How about on this one? I don't see an L or an R on this one either, but that's alright, because this was the L, and this should have an R on it. Yep, there's an R right there. So R matches up with this side, L matches up with this side, and then I do believe, we're going to take a peek at these instructions. I don't want to put this together completely wrong. Do believe that this faces forward like that. Like that. Just, looking here at this. So what we're going to do, so we're going to face this forward like that. I'm noticing there's a gap there and a little bit of a tab there, but that doesn't seem to matter. Huh. Oh, maybe I had it on the wrong... Oh, I see. I had it this way, which should be this way. So then that should hook on there just fine. And then... Oh, maybe it's supposed to hook this way. So then it can ratchet up and down a little bit and move a little bit like so. So yeah, you just put it straight on like that. No need to overcomplicate. There's a tab here, right there, that will go where I was looking at originally right there. So just hook that on like that. And then it should make this side a whole lot easier. So plug that on right there. It's probably easier to put this on first and then tuck this on. There. And then, look at that. We've got a ghost. We had a ghost of a chance here. And so now with all this attached here, should be able to rotate those up, rotate those down, and like that. These move a little bit here. They go back and forth just a little bit. This seems to go in and out. Probably so you can put different figures of different... I actually kind of like this. I don't know if this is how it works in the game, if it moves back and forth. But this would be kind of neat. You can put different height figures on this. So that's really pretty neat. I'll just say, whoa, he's a heavy boy. So you could adjust for this guy if you wanted to. Set him off to the side, make sure he stands. Then we've got some holes here at the bottom. Got 2 holes here, hole there, and a hole there, and that's for these. This is a stand with a double, so I'm going to take a strong guess that it goes like that. And we'll just face these inwards, meaning I'll plug this in. Oh, and these do have a bit of a shape to it. It's not just a round circle peg. There is a bit of a shape to it, so you can, so hopefully it'll hold in there better. There. And then we got that. I get my hands out of the way. And yeah, you could use that, and you can kind of display that. Anyway, I'm going to find a couple Halo figures so we can put them next to this vehicle. Be right back. Alright, so I was able to find a few of my figures. You can kind of see here the size comparison from Marine, Spartan, Master Chief, and then the Sangheili, the Elite Warlord. Yeah, you can get me in the comments if I'm pronouncing it quite wrong. I'm trying here. I really want to learn about this stuff because, you know, the more I'm getting these Halo stuff, the more I'm really, you know, getting fascinated and interested about this Halo world. And then we've got the Jackal Sniper over here on the left side. So actually, you know, the camera's pointing down, so it's probably not a great comparison. At the very end, I'll do a quick little shot of all of them standing by with the camera at a more even level field. So anyway, but you can kind of get an idea of how big this is, I hope, next to them. So we're going to set you off to the side. Jackal Sniper is very difficult to get to stand up. I'll set you back there. And so, first off, now what's neat is you can also move these back and forth, if you can see those. The little handholds, probably the brake and the accelerator, maybe. So we're going to see about Master Chief setting in here. Now, truthfully, I don't know who actually goes on this vehicle. Take his gun off, his rifle off, just because I don't want to bend it up. Truthfully, I don't know who's actually supposed to ride this. But I figure, you know, it's, you know, when they're in toy form, this is your world. You get to do it however you want to. So if you want Master Chief riding it, if you want the Jackal to ride it, or if you want the Elite Warlord back there to ride it, it's fair. It's kind of whatever you want. So if you have Master Chief on it, that's about what it looks like. His legs won't quite go around to be able to set there on the pedals. Just don't quite work. So maybe this is not a vehicle for him. I don't know. But, you know, gonna have fun floating this thing around. I don't know, something like that. We'll take him off. Leave him in his biker pose over there. See about the Marine. Yeah, this is... I'm guessing this is not a Marine vehicle. This is a very small figure for this vehicle. We'll just say that in a pinch a Marine could try to drive it, but this is probably not a Marine vehicle. How about this guy? Kind of try to rotate his hands around like that so he holds on. Sorry, I'm scraping this thing around. It may aggravate my microphone a little bit. But, I don't know. His hands don't really hold on the handles, like, at all. Oh, there we go. Maybe I just didn't put it on right. There you go. That's what he would look like on there. And then finally, let's take this energy sword off. I'm assuming that this figure came with it for a reason, and that this character has some sort of a connection to this vehicle. What I learned about this vehicle is the reason it's called a Banished Ghost is it's a Ghost class vehicle, I believe, if I'm saying that right. It's a Ghost vehicle, but this particular one was manufactured by the Banished, and so that's why it's called the Banished Ghost. It's the Banished's version of the Ghost, from what I understand. He kind of works. I mean, yeah, he works just as well as any of them. But anyway, that's the Banished Ghost. Let's do a quick flip over to a side-by-side comparison of these 5 figures that I've got here. And we'll wrap the video up showing you a side-by-side comparison of the Marine, Spartan, Master Chief, Elite Warlord, and Jackal Sniper action figures. You can see that I stood these guys at about what I think they might stand. And so the Elite Warlord here is probably just a little bit taller. I mean, he's got a little bit of hair to tie it up there. But, yeah, I think this is the tallest of these figures. And I'll pull this in here real quick, a little bit further. And it looks like he's going to be just about 5 inches. I know my angle's not perfect with my camera, but I think he's about 5 inches. So that kind of gives you an idea of how big he is. And yeah, he comes with a Banished Ghost vehicle. It's really cool. I really kind of like this vehicle. It's just, I like vehicles. It's fun. They're fun to play with. They're fun to do things with. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful at all or informative, whether you want to buy it or don't want to buy it, give me a thumbs up, please. That helps the channel a lot. And if you want to be notified when more of these types of videos show up in the future, action figure reviews of Fortnite or Halo or G.I. Joe or whatever other random thing I'll find to pop up with here and there, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. Again, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.